Good evening, investors. Welcome. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. I saw that. Welcome, welcome. A couple new people joining us tonight. Welcome. Just for the record, what you're looking at on the screen, hopefully. Or anybody, just let me know if you can't see it. What you're looking at is a screenshot, some different charts in the background, as well as our portfolio. We track our portfolio as we go, as we get new plays, and as our old plays trail out, stop out, or hit profit targets. We will review some of the things you see on the portfolio screen there in just a second. All the symbols are also listed over here on the right, as well as some potential plays that we're going to be talking about in a little bit. Yep, those are the symbols. Okay, so what we do, any symbols that are recently closed within this week, we will, you see them in blue. This is so you can kind of read what they were, but know that they're done. Play has moved on. All the symbols here you see, these are current open positions, the ones with white backgrounds, tells you long or short. We're all long at the moment. Current stop price and the percentage that we gain or lose by, by those stop prices. And any cells that are highlighted are used to draw your attention towards something that has already happened or is close to happening. All right. So we got good news and bad news. The good news is we're doing all right. Right. We've got another symbol that's hit a target and is now a closed position. We'll go over that in a second. Bad news is since we last talked, not much has happened. If you take a look at the market here on the daily chart, go back to Tuesday when we last talked, we're in the exact same area drawn there on the daily chart. Now, overall, long term, we have a lot of people talking about this area up here, right? As you get closer, really, you use the, show you here. Really go ahead and just use the monthly chart of the overall index here. Everybody's talking about this area up here because if you go back far enough, can we go back far enough? There it is. That is the upper end of a range for like the last 15 years. All right, so way, way, way back, we're about to hit that. So we're in this, you can see this range. So that's getting a lot of attention. No doubt we'll get a lot more attention as we get closer. The interesting thing, though, is it is very rare to break out after being up any amount of days, right? Let me be a little more specific. It's very rare that you break out on a daily chart of a long, let's say, breaking out of a weekly base. It's very rare that when you're up a bunch of days, you're going to break out of that weekly base on the first try. Very rare that you break out of a monthly range on any symbol, any chart, any market, when you're already up a number of weeks going into it. It's just common sense. You get people that take profits into there that took the early entry. So it's my belief that at some point, probably sooner than later, at some point we're going to pull back first before we take a shot at getting over those highs. I have no clue if we'll get over those highs. It kind of feels like we will, but anything's possible. So my management approach here is to protect as much of the profits as we can on the way up here, and then when we do pull back, maybe some of these get trailed out, maybe some of them don't, but we'll be in a position where we're happy with the profit that we're going to take should the market pull back a lot and really shock everybody and just sell off 10% or something. Now, if we do pop up and above that high without pulling back, I'll be wrong, but we'll make more money, right? So if we're wrong, we make a lot of money. If we're right, the market pulls back, we lock in as much money as possible, tighten up as much as possible, right? And then that leaves room for any kind of 2-3 week sideways base or something that's just not really the norm to happen. So in the meantime, like we discussed last week and earlier this week, any new positions that you take long chances are going to be more volatile. They're going to be a little bit tougher, and you definitely want to go with the large end of your stop, your risk amount. If you're comfortable risking 8-10%, you want to be on that higher end. Give it a lot of room to wiggle if you have to take a new play along. If you can avoid it, you can sit back and kind of hang out for a little bit, and you're happy with some of these plays, or let's say you're new and you're looking for a new play, if you could kind of chill out a little bit, you're going to have tons of opportunities if we do pull back. So with that in mind, you think, well, could we short? Right? If we're coming up into this big area, could we not short a stock if the market pulls back? And yes, you can short. I do have a few things I want to talk about short-wise. Just keep in mind that you're shorting an incredibly strong market. Remember, last year, we had 2 shorts all of last year in the market, and we were 50-50. Got one and stopped out of the other. So that just goes to show how strong I think the market is, that we should only, not only that, but the fact that we're just straight long here, that, shorting should not only be a short-term trade, but you should really, don't just pick on a stock because it's extended. Be very, very specific about what you're looking for. Okay. Did I say enough? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so moving on. Here's our symbols here. If you're new, obviously you have these here, these lighter green. We've raised our stops. Every Monday we raise our stops. You'll see that in the Monday letter. Some interesting things that happened. DE, right? DE finally trailed out. We hit our 95.50 target. I'll go look at that real quick. Took a little bit to get going. Remember, we bought it and it kind of hovered around a little bit, and then finally got this nice quick push, hit our target perfectly, and started pulling back really, the same day. So nice play there overall. We've got now on that last target, we took a look at just a hair over a 12% profit, so pretty good there. CX hit its target the other day. We're done tracking that one as well. AUY stopped out for 4%, and FAF, one that we got in real quick and stopped out real quick. Kind of sucks. But that one is now done. So what I do is I usually leave these to the end of the week. This is Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and take these off, and we're going to go focus on the open positions. So if you had a chance to play those, nice job. And let's go like this. There you go. And is this accurate here? 10. Yeah, that's accurate. So open positions currently 7.72% on what we have open. Let's walk through them real quick. GIS up at the top. Our slow poke play still in a nice uptrend. Waiting on it to just have a good day. Earnings have come and gone. No big deal. Nobody seemed to care. Not much to say about that one. And again, I'm not going to have a lot to say about, some of these symbols in the market because nothing's happened. So I'm not going to just make stuff up, but that's GIS. NWL still trucking along nicely. Good, strong, tight, long daily uptrend, weekly uptrend, however you want to look at it. Overall, we've got $1.50 or so to go back up to the second target. Hopefully we get that. I'd like to get that one done and over with. One of our older plays. About time to just wrap it up. ADM's kind of chopped around for a few weeks ever since we hit our first target. Yeah, not bad. I mean, a lot of overhead resistance. We chose our first target wisely, and now we're just seeing if there's going to be any buyers to take us up and above that. We'll see. So we're just waiting on that one. PKI also very nice, good straight up ever since we bought it. Not too bad. A lot of momentum behind it. And like I said, since Tuesday, really, last time we got together, not much has happened. Holex. Holex had, come on, what's up with Holex? Didn't they have earnings today or tonight or something, right? Did they release their earnings? Does anybody know? Usually this one's good for a gap if it has earnings. After market. Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says aftermarket. I've got the estimate here, but I'm not sure. Anyways, we'll see in the morning. Chances are earnings are done and over with not a lot of response. Which is fine too, I guess. How many shares is that? 29. Yeah, maybe nobody was looking at that. Okay, no problem. Just know that Holex had their earnings. Not a lot to say here either, right? It's great that it's sitting up here near the highs. We raised our target on this after a really kind of an explosive move there. Raised our second target, and not much to say since Tuesday. Sitting at the highs, waiting to see if we can get that a little bit higher. VMC, kind of back and forth over the past couple days here. Good strong move in one direction, good strong move in the other direction. Volume beat, the buyers beat on volume there. And this one here, by the way, this one here, we did. Yeah, we've had a chance to raise the stop, and we're at 52. I'm not going to bring it up too much more, but maybe we can shave 1% or 2% off of that. So we'll see on VMC. All right, VRX. I got a bad tick here, so you know it kind of looks funky on the chart. We're shooting for 68. We barely have any risk in it at the moment. It's guaranteed to be a profit either way. Yeah, it kind of sucks about the tick there. It's hard to see. Nothing much to say there either. A couple quiet days on VRX. Again, shooting for 68. Either way, making money on this one. FBHS, again, not much over the past couple days. I mean, it's like probably could have taken a vacation, come back, and not much of it would have happened. So we're still shooting for 33.50 on FBHS. Looks like it's going to have no problem getting there. Earnings on this one, are we done with them? I think we have passed it, or it's in February, right? Yeah, no, it was today. I wonder if this thing's off. Maybe the earnings sheet here is off. After the market close. Yeah, I'm not certain I can count on this thing. Anyways, earnings were today after hours. I got nothing for after hours orders. Yeah, I got nothing. So maybe my thing is wrong. Anyways, not much to say on this one. Just trucking along. That's a good thing. ACAM creeped its way back into profits here. Same thing, right? The market's been quiet. The NASDAQ as a whole, very, very quiet. So to see ACAM poke back up into the green there for us is a good thing. Look at the Qs. This is the NASDAQ 100 ETF. Nothing. We got nothing going on here. So thankfully we don't have a whole portfolio doing this. That would have been frustrating. And Target bleeding off a little bit here. Really no volume to speak of to help us on the way up. So Target struggling just a hair. Now, going forward, we have some short ideas. We have our long ideas still. Waiting for 34 patiently. See why we don't jump the gun on that one. Wait for 34 and you know you're clear. You'll be above all this. It'll be great. If we don't get there, then we didn't jump in too late. And then, you know, now we'd be in the hole. So we'll see about tomorrow. Earnings was early February. I just want to check on some of these because, you know, it's make you a little nervous. February 7th. Okay, no problem. These guys don't have the best track record for earnings, so definitely would be okay if we missed this play. Anyway, still 34. If it's still there, I still got my order there. I'll take it if it gets there. On microchip. Now on the short side, I do want to point out a few things. Now notice I only have 4 symbols, right? And we talked on Tuesday about any short plays that I take are going to have quicker targets, both the first and second target, and they're not going to be shooting for home runs. I don't mind moving that second target as we go, but I'll be looking for smaller gains. And I'm going to be looking for shorts such as this HP where there is more than just, oh, hey, this stock looks like it's going to sell off. I need resistance. I need, like we do on the way up, I need the multiple market participants. Okay, no difference. We're just going to flip it upside down. So in the case of HP, it helps that it's up quite a few weeks. There's a lot of symbols that are up quite a few weeks. We're into some price resistance. That's good. That'll attract some short sellers, and it'll attract or it'll tell the people that have been in for a while to take some profits, right? So I'm looking at that. And then we also have our long-term indicator, very much overbought, right? So we've got two things there to use. HP I like, and since it finished with, today was earnings for them too, I believe. And since it finished here, a little bit of a topping tail, basically I would be happy, aggressively, but happy taking a short under this bar, which is 63, we'll call it 63.50. So got a little bit to go till we get down there, but I would list that as a short if we get under 63.50. Okay, and the cool part about it is if you give it, 6, 7%, 8% on a stop, it gives it room for one more little move up if it's going to do it. Not that you want that, but you've got a little wiggle room there. So we have two market participants, and very easy right now to find a bunch of stocks that are at highs that look extended. Always play with these. They got price resistance to use. These stocks are not as strong as the other ones. Otherwise they'd be at all new highs. With price resistance, long-term indicators, good to use. Okay, so HP, I want to make sure I post that for you guys because I'll forget. HP, short, 63.50. All right. Moving on. Notice how these look similar. Get a nice rally on this one, right? Into our long-term moving average here. We got our long-term indicator saying that's oversold. Overbought. I'm sorry. And this, we have our Fibonacci pullback. It's upside down. We got a Fibonacci pullback here in that same area as moving average. So now this one, fair warning, it's kind of a slow symbol. If you're in front of the computer all day, you're not going to be too happy. It moves like a penny an hour if you're lucky. So that's ONNN. Multiple market participants there. Opportunity for a short on ONNN. And note it just real quickly here. There we go. Notice how these look the same. All right, GIL, you don't really like to see it at these highs like this, but GIL, price resistance, long-term indicator players. All right. RYL. This one, I didn't take this one out. RYL has really nothing to go on. It broke that. So I had it on there from before. See how we're here? We had a little price resistance. Now it's broke it. So I don't really want to try to short that. Granted, it's extended. It's having a hard time here. Lots of volume from 2 days ago. Big gap up and then sold off. That's always kind of a bearish sign. I wouldn't put down a number to short this. If you like these extended plays, it's fine. I'm not going to put a number down though, so I won't take it. All right. So really, HP going forward for a short idea. HP 63.50, and then GIL. All I want to see is that it gets under the 50-day, and that's very popular moving average. I can agree. I can look at the weekly and say price resistance, long-term indicator, right? And then all I care is that it gets under the 50-day. So far, everybody's following that. And you can see it bounced off of there. I don't want to fight that. And that's about $36. Right? So GIL, 36. There you go. All right, so those are two short ideas in addition to that microchip, should it hang in there. Ooh, it is cold here. Okay, moving on. Yeah, that's what I wanted to cover actually. Those are the symbols there. RYL, your call. It's kind of an aggressive short, no real resistance. You got one market player there. And ONNN is fine. It's just kind of a slow one. So if you don't like that, don't mess with it. All right, so those are, now we have 3 plays that we're looking at going forward. 1 long, 2 shorts. Again, watch for on Monday. I want to try to raise these stops again as much as possible. The market pulls back 3, 4, 5%. We're going to wind out of a lot of these positions, which is fine with me. The ones that we all had from last year and stuff, we'll wind out of those. We're going to look to reload, start a new batch of positions. We might have a short or two on the way down if they trigger. If the market does not pull back and it just keeps tricking everybody, going higher and higher, that's fine too. Remember a couple years ago, every day it was just a little bit higher, a little bit higher. If it does that again, fine, right? We're all long. At the moment, we're just fine, and our shorts may not even trigger. So it's a good thing. That is the end of my spiel, discussion, lecture, oration. Nah, that's not a word. All right, I'm going to take the screen down, wrap it up. As always, this is recorded, will be posted on the page. I will also post the potential plays now that we have a couple shorts to add to that. If you have any questions at any time, feel free to email Dustin@tradingwings.com. Adios.